Hey guys, welcome to PCube, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today we have another request from one of our supporters on Buy Me a Coffee. This song request is from Peter. Thank you, Peter, for your support and suggestions. This song is Jethro Tull, I think is the name of a band. It has 10 million views, 10 and a half. And it's a song called Bourée, which is a very Baroque term. Yeah, so I'm guessing it's an inspiration from a Bourée by a Baroque composer. I haven't watched it because I kind of have a feeling that it's going to be really good and surprising. So I didn't look it up. I wanted to kind of keep everything here. So we're gonna go watch this. He also sent us the video that he wants us to watch. So we chose the same video and we're gonna see what happens.
Thanks very much. Back on the,
he's gonna play the flute.
On a stand-up album in 1969, we recorded a piece of music originally written by J.S. Bach, some 300 years before. He's an old guy, J.S. Bach, even older than us, but back then, Martin Barr and J.S., they were like that. They were drinking buddies, and over a couple of glasses of cold beer, J.S. Bach taught this piece to Martin, who played it to me some 300 years later, and I learned it in time for the record. This begins with a sort of the nice version before it descends into despicable cocktail lounge jazz. It's a piece called Bourée.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Yeah, me too. I loved it so far. I feel like this is gonna transition, so I gotta talk about the first part. This is the actual version of Bourée, right? Bourée is like a form in music, so there's so many Bourées, but this one was from Bach, and this was so cool.
It's like a kind of dance.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
made the music for the
it's dance. A kind of dance, and then it's usually in a 2-beat. And there are so many, and Bach also wrote so many. And then I love that when he first started the flute part, it was kind of like the piano was playing some chords, which is very, very very common for that kind of music, Baroque, that is called basso continuo, that you just play some chords to accompany, and then usually the soloist play, and then the piano took over. So I kind of want to go listen to the first, and then we kind of just let it go. He's changing the rhythm. reason. I mean, I'm going to talk about his flute thing later, but this technique, this is not easy. I mean, I don't play the flute.
Not easy,
but
yeah.
I know flute
exactly as he started, I was also going to say that I at the end I will say how good and really professional of flute player he is. But now he's just using all his extended techniques.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's called a flutter technique. I'm not sure though. I've played with a lot of flutists.
Yes, I think.
Yeah, that's like the way that I don't even know how to do it.
They have to do that with the tongue, the flatter tonguing. I think. I guess.
But before that, he was really good too. But that technique caught my ear. So let's go back a little. And I love how they changed the rhythm to kind of like a swing.
Yeah.
Swing jazzy song. The theme is coming back. I love that bass part. That was so cool. I love that in the middle, like after all those like crazy improvisations, they just reminded us of the theme.
I was going to say that for the flutist, it's obvious that he has classical training and he knows all this stuff, and you kind of expect him to play like in this style, but with the guitar player. He did a very good job at understanding Bach's music and take something out from his, that sounds like it could be like Bach or something. It's really interesting how he could do that.
The articulation was crazy. I love that. Okay, I don't know what's gonna happen. I love it. It's kind of spooky vibes.
So spooky.
Yeah. Did you say that?
Wow. You know, that is not at all easy to do with the flute. I have a friend, a flutist friend, and I remember he's great. He's a great flutist, and I remember back then he was so, you know, practicing to just sing and play.
That's also
This
like
is,
another technique. I was gonna say,
crazy.
it's really hard.
Yes, crazy. And he gives me that the vibe of, you know, that in the family gathering, that cool uncle or cool grandpa that always has the cool games and cool jokes. And, you know, always like, yeah, this, you know, gather the child and then, you know, play with them. I would love to have him as a grandpa or an uncle or something. Yeah,
you can ask him. But that was,
can you be my grandpa?
I mean, it's not grandpa, that's but you give me your uncle. Like, I mean, I think in a lot of Asian cultures, same as ours, like you can call anybody an uncle. It doesn't have to be your parents' brother. Yeah. That was that sometimes I see funny videos. But anyway, we are like okay, let's go back to music. I love the, I mean, I don't know which part I love the most, honestly, because I mean, I love the elegance of the first section that also was like an element of surprise to us. I feel like that was like all like playing Bach, and then so beautifully, like I don't know, like his phrasing, articulation, like the breathing that he was doing, it was so like on point with like whatever you're expecting from Baroque music. But then after his transition, he was also really good. So I don't know which part I honestly liked the best.
I liked the fact that they were combining these two, this flute and piano, which are a little more like higher vibes, with the bass. I mean, the bass was the lifesaver because for me, I love it when you can hear the bass and it's not just high pitch like thing. Even though I play the violin, but for me always they're one of the reasons that I would say if I would go back, I would play the cello, because sometimes the violin is just too high, even though it has also lower notes. But I miss that, you know, bass, very bass notes. And for me, the very shining part was like the part that the basses were just too, you know, playing, and you would see that, yeah, I needed that after all these high cool notes and, you know, all these things. You need that bass to just kind of put you in the ground again, and then go again to the high notes. And also I love the fact that they were doing a cool thing with classical music, you know, like you see so many times that this happened, that they start with a classical piece, or they combine a classical piece, or I don't know, in like in talent shows or something, it happens also a lot, that they play a classical, you know, the part of a classical music, and everybody are yawning.
Oh my god,
and
yeah, I hate
like,
that portrait.
So boring. And then, you know, some not even nice music comes. It's just more like flashy, like more, I don't know. Yes, and then everybody like, yeah, it's this stuff. But you know, they didn't do that. They just brought also a cool thing. First of all, a very, very cool thing out of it. And also, they didn't say, "Oh yeah, you hear that? That's boring. Now let's make it cooler." You know, they were not doing that. And
that was
so
actually
nice.
I love. Yeah, I think it was a very nice transition. I also love the percussion, the drums behind that, because I feel like the swing, especially in the swing part, the rhythms were coming from that. So I love that this, like, it was kind of like the groove behind all of that. It was kind of like doing all the swing rhythms. That was really cool. I'm sure if Bach was here, he would have loved this this interpretation of that. It was such a nice. This is such. I don't know how to describe it. I loved it, and I'm curious to see what else they have, because I mean, this was an instrumental.
Yeah,
I don't
me
know if he
too.
sings too as well, or is it just an instrumental band. Either way, that would be so nice to hear more of them. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let us know. We would love to hear and explore more. Yeah, so thank you so much, Peter, for your suggestions. We thoroughly enjoyed that, and I hope you guys also enjoyed it as much as we did. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and drop your comments what you think about this song, or if you have any other suggestions of this band. We would love to hear them. If you want to support us more, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.